Have you ever wondered where the world's richest people hide their fortunes? For centuries, one country's name has been whispered in the corridors of power and wealth: Switzerland. But how did this small, landlocked nation become the world's vault? This isn't just a story about money, it's a tale of kings, wars, and a powerful code of silence. Get ready, because we're about to unlock the secret history of Swiss banking. It all starts, surprisingly, with religious persecution in 16th century France. French Protestants, known as Huguenots, were skilled merchants and bankers, facing intense pressure. Many fled to Geneva, Switzerland. Bringing their expertise and their wealth with them, they established a new kind of banking. One built on discretion. But the real game changer came from a French king. In 1713, King Louis XIV demanded that the banks in Geneva reveal the accounts of his aristocrats who were hiding money there. The Genevan bankers refused, creating the very first precedent for Swiss banking secrecy. It was a bold move, declaring that a client's privacy was more important than a king's demand. This act of defiance laid the cornerstone for a financial empire built on trust and silence. Switzerland's unique political position also played a massive role. While the rest of Europe was constantly at war, Switzerland embraced neutrality. This made it a safe haven, not just for people, but for their assets. During the French Revolution, aristocrats smuggled their fortunes across the border to keep them safe from the guillotine. Throughout the 19th century, as empires rose and fell, Swiss banks became the go-to place to protect wealth from political instability, taxes, and turmoil. Neutrality wasn't just a political stance. It became a brilliant business model. Imagine a storm raging everywhere else, and Switzerland is the only calm harbor in sight. That's what its banking system became for the world's elite. The 20th century, however, would truly forge Swiss banking secrecy into an ironclad law. With the rise of Nazism in Germany, wealthy Jewish citizens, fearing for their lives and property, began moving their assets to Switzerland. At the same time, the German government was trying to force Swiss banks to disclose information about these accounts. In response, and to protect their clients, Switzerland passed the legendary Banking Act of 1934. This law made it a criminal offense for a bank employee to reveal any information about a client's account to anyone, including foreign governments, without the client's consent. This wasn't just a bank policy anymore, it was the law of the land, punishable by prison. The message was clear: your secret is safe in Switzerland, guaranteed. After World War II, the world entered the Cold War, and Swiss banks found a new clientele: everyone. From wealthy individuals in unstable South American countries to oil tycoons in the Middle East and, yes, even intelligence agencies, everyone wanted a piece of Swiss discretion. The numbered bank account became the ultimate symbol of financial anonymity. It wasn't truly anonymous. The bank knew who you were, but your name wasn't on the documents. Instead, a code or number was used for transactions, adding another layer of confidentiality. This system attracted vast sums of money from across the globe, turning Switzerland's financial sector into a global powerhouse. But this golden age of absolute secrecy couldn't last forever. The world began to change. As global finance became more interconnected, pressure mounted on Switzerland to be more transparent. The main drivers: the fight against tax evasion and illegal activities. Countries, particularly the United States, grew tired of their citizens hiding and taxed billions in Swiss accounts. In the early 2000s, the US launched major crackdown. The case against UBS, one of Switzerland's largest banks, was a turning point. Facing immense legal pressure and the threat of being shut out of the US market, UBS eventually agreed to hand over the names of thousands of American clients suspected of tax evasion. This sent shockwaves through the entire Swiss banking industry. The fortress of secrecy had been breached. This event marked the beginning of the end for the old model. In 2018, the era of absolute banking secrecy for foreign clients officially came to a close. Switzerland signed the Automatic Exchange of Information Agreement, or AEOI. Under this agreement, Swiss banks now automatically share information about foreign-held accounts with the tax authorities of over 100 countries. It was a revolution. The centuries-old tradition of silence was replaced by a new era of transparency. So, is Swiss banking dead? Not at all. It has simply evolved. While the country no longer offers a shield for tax evaders, it still holds immense appeal for the world's wealthy. Why? First, political and economic stability. The Swiss franc is one of the world's most stable currencies, and the country's political system is a model of predictability. In a world full of uncertainty, that's a huge asset. Second, expertise. Swiss banks are no longer just about hiding money. They are world leaders in wealth management, investment advice, and asset protection. They offer sophisticated services that go far beyond a simple savings account. They're helping clients navigate complex international laws and grow their wealth for future generations. Finally, while secrecy for tax purposes is gone, privacy is not. Swiss law still fiercely protects a client's personal and financial data from being publicly disclosed or commercially exploited. In our digital age, where data breaches are common, this commitment to privacy is more valuable than ever. It's about protecting clients from criminals, kidnappers, or commercial exploitation, not from the taxman. So, the story of Swiss banking is a fascinating journey from a code of silence born of defiance to a modern industry built on stability, expertise, and a redefined sense of privacy. It's no longer just a place to hide money, it's a place to strategically manage and protect it for the long term. The legend has adapted, ensuring Switzerland remains at the heart of global finance for years to come. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of Swiss finance. It's a complex and ever-changing story. What do you think the future holds for Swiss banking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next exploration. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.